What's up, What's up, Clippership?
I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Eva, and this is Talk of the Hill.
This is our very first live production, so really excited.
And kind of nervous about it. But let's move on to our segment. Clipper Culture is a segment celebrating the diversity in our school population.
Ramadan ends this week and is the reason we're out of school this Friday in observance of Eid al-Fitr.
Ramadan is an annual festival observed by all Muslims all over the world.
And Gabe here interviewed some people who observe this holiday. Let's cue to the interviews.
So Ramadan is our holy month. That's for Muslims and Islam. That's when our holy book, the Quran, was revealed to our prophet, and we're supposed to fast the entire month from the first day to the last day, and then we celebrate with Eid, where everyone comes together and goes to the mosque and just be chilling.
Ramadan is the month during which the Quran was revealed. Of course, it was revealed in stages, but it's the month that I think it first came down, right? So, and it's based on whatever the calendar is over there in the Middle East. What's it mean to me? It's a time of reflection. It's a time of community and getting together. It's a time to worship and kind of like, set intentions or it's like spiritual goals.
Yeah, so basically Ramadan is like a holy month for us. It's the month where the revelation of the Quran was sent down to the Prophet Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And so basically during this month, the Muslims fast for 30 consecutive days. And these fasts are mandatory for us. It's one of our 5 pillars of our religion. And these fasts consist of from sunrise to sunset, we refrain from eating and drinking and intimacy. So those are our requirements for Ramadan. And basically the significance of that is it allows for us to gain a closer connection to God, and we're able to find ourselves much better. We're able to grow within our religion and become more steadfast and more strong and spiritual.
Okay, God bless.
Ramadan is the Muslim period of fasting. It's a 1-month thing. Throughout the world, Muslims all around, get together from sunrise to sunset, and they keep their fast.
Is there still 2 viewers?
It's just time to get closer to God.
Is there still 2 viewers?
Participate in
Is there still 2 viewers?
Islamic activities that make you more spiritual.
I would say that people should refrain from getting their information from even the internet is kind of treacherous, but media. So it's better if people talk to an actual human to try to understand certain things, and then to just kind of be open-minded to see the logic in certain things. So, for example, women cover. I really hate talking about that, but women cover. There's a logical reason as to why, or like guys don't shave their beards. There's a logical reason as to why. So I would encourage people who have misconceptions to ask appropriate questions to friends or establish relationships with Muslims, or they could go to a masjid and actually talk to people there.
I'm really interested in just like improving myself and getting closer to Allah. Like it's an amazing spiritual journey, and it's definitely bonding within the community, because a lot of people become active in the masjid and we end up doing a lot of praying together there. So it's just a really amazing opportunity for bonding with not only God but also my community and my family.
I'm not really specific with which part of Ramadan I like. I like 3 major parts of Ramadan. You have the food, and you have the prayer, being with your family and friends. And lastly, you have Eid, which is the final prayer. You get dressed up, you go out to eat with your family, or you go home and you eat with your family, and it's just quite exciting.
I'm just looking forward to, I guess, spending more time with my family, being close to my family, because it's really like, when everybody fasts and everybody comes together at the end of the day to eat, it's just like, it's a feeling that I can't find anywhere else.
So for me, it doesn't really carry over because I have no discipline, especially to fast. However, and what's really fascinating is that I can only fast during Ramadan. It's like a magical, mystical thing. I don't know. But for other people, it translates to that discipline. So sometimes they do extra fast on Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be a time people get more into the religion, and once we learn the principles and stuff, we're supposed to carry that on into our everyday lives. But it's sometimes hard for people to do so. Like, I just try to stay on top of everything during this month, and then everything that I can take forward with me, I try to do so. But it's difficult.
There are certain things in Islam that, you know, spiritually, like, you can't do. So throughout the year, not even during Ramadan, I still follow those things, and, you know, I respect it.
It pretty much carries to all the aspects of my life. Like, basically, when it comes to fasting, the amazing thing about this month is that after like a whole month of just not eating, it's like by the end of that seems like, in the beginning it was like, oh, that was such a hard thing, but by the end you're like, wow, if I was able to do that, like, how much more am I willing to do, you know, for the sake of God, for the sake of improving myself. So it pours over to pretty much any aspect of life. So no matter what you do, at some point you're gonna have more discipline, more willpower and strength to just kind of put your mind to anything and kind of like, you know, grind and do it. And it's not gonna be as hard.
I guess the self-discipline to do things that I know I'm not supposed to do, but that I do anyway. Like, it's just too much stuff that be going on, and then I know I be in the wrong, but like, I continue to do the thing. So this year I'm gonna try to, like, everything that I leave in the past with the sins and stuff, I'm gonna try to like take that with me onto the following months and just be a better person overall.
What do you plan to take away from this season of Ramadan?
This season of Ramadan is very special to me because it's a different time in my life. I'm going off to college in the fall, and, you know, I'm just growing as an individual. So spiritually, I have a lot of things that I have to look at within myself and, you know, ask Allah for guidance. So I'm very excited for this Ramadan, and I hope it'll be a time of healing.
Well, my takeaway is I want to improve my own quality of prayer. Like, I want to read more of the Quran, and I want to improve my recitation of the Quran, and I want to read the Quran with meaning again, so I can interpret that, and I want to implement that into my lifestyle.
I just want to say, people think of our religion as like you know, you know how it is, but like, our religion is not really like that. It's peaceful, and it's the fastest growing religion. So I feel like even if you don't plan on converting, you should probably just do a little bit of research and just see what it's about, you know, so you can just be more open-minded. That's really all I gotta say.
I'll just say, like, in terms of Ramadan and, you know, the whole Islamic religion, people tend to, you know, not differentiate religion with culture, and they're two different things. You have Muslims all around the world who look so different, and they all bring in, like, different cultures together, which makes the religion so beautiful, and Ramadan as a whole just the most peaceful experience.
I'd say it's just amazing to learn. So if you know any Muslims, or if you want to learn about it, just learn about it, ask. We're always willing to teach other people and help them, and just, you know, respect the people who are fasting and, you know, learn about it. It's really nice. It's an amazing opportunity.
What a great report, Gabe. I look forward to learning more about other religions, observances, and practices in our community.
Yep. And now let's kick it to Carla, who interviewed the chess club for the next segment. Club Hub. I'm sorry. Check it out. Oh my God.
Hello Clippers, we are back for a new segment of Club Hub. Who are we with today?
Hello everyone, my name is Nana. I'm the president of Chess Club.
Hello everyone, my name is Adonis Little. I'm a normal attender.
Okay, and what do you guys do?
Okay, so here at Chess Club, we teach you the basics of chess. We go over openings, middle games, end games, and don't worry if you've never played chess before, because we're here to teach you the basics.
Okay, and what is the most appealing thing about this club?
This club is really casual. You could just come chill, play some chess games, talk about whatever you want, and then you could just go home after having a good time.
Okay, and why should people join this club?
Why should you join Chess Club? That's a good question. Okay, so it all comes to an analytical thinking, decision making. Because when it comes to chess, these are all important skills that you need. It can even be applied to life. because wherever you go, you need to analyze, you need to strategize. So chess can help you in everyday life situations.
And what is an upcoming event that you guys are hosting?
Well, we're planning on having tournaments during lunch. So basically during your lunch periods, people are gonna come in with chess boards, and if you feel like playing a game, you can just come up to the table and play some chess.
And what are the requirements to join this club?
Well, there are no requirements to join chess club. Just come in with a positive attitude. You can have never played chess before, and we'll teach you everything that you need to know.
Okay, and what are some words that you would say to people who are looking to join this club?
If you're into strategy and you're into just chilling for an after-school activity, this is probably the club to come to.
How about you?
Yeah, the same way he said, if you're looking to just hang out with friends and, sharpen your mind, chess club is the best place for you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. Well, that's a wrap. Bye, Clippers.
That was pretty cool. I like to see people find interests in their clubs. If you want your club to be featured on the next segment of Club Hub, please DM us on Instagram at OHHS_CreativeClippers.
Well, we're gonna introduce a new segment. This segment is Clippers at Cinema, where two people or more discuss movies, shows. On this episode, me and Elijah reviewed the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Good
Check it
movie. Yeah.
Clipper Crew,
Hello,
I'm Elijah,
and I'm Eva.
and this is Clipper Cinema, where we review movies that we saw.
Yeah, this movie we're reviewing is Super Mario Bros., which came out April 6th, and I watched it the Friday of that week.
I watched it last week on Wednesday.
Okay, so what were your expectations before seeing the movie?
Honestly, it's 50-50 because on one hand, it's made by Illumination, who made the corny Minions movies, but on the other hand, this is a Nintendo product.
My expectations were really high because I wasn't expecting them to come out with a movie based on the Super Mario Bros. What was your favorite character?
Favorite character was honestly Peaches. My favorite character was Peach because they made her look good and they kind of combined her personality with Daisy's, and I thought that was cool.
I loved Luigi in the movie because he's like the timid, scared type, which I didn't really expect from him. Well, I did kind of expect from him because he's like that in the games. But we saw more of him than I would have expected. And it was fun to see that he was actually a more timid brother than Mario.
Yeah.
And that he looked up to his brother even though nobody did.
What'd you think of the visuals?
The visuals were actually very satisfying. I liked how it captured how in the real world it's like pretty dull. And unless you make it yourself as entertaining as you can, it won't be as bright as the other world where Peach is in. That is super bright and super energetic because there's a lot of fun things happening in that world.
Honestly, I thought they were great. They captured the cartoonish feel while still feeling cinematic, like this belongs in a movie, and just still had a game feel to it.
Yeah, because it felt more like it was a Mario game too, because we got to see how Mario decided to train and help Peach during that whole scene, even though nobody believed him, even the Mushroom Toads.
That's sad. How about the story?
The story, I see how it kind of surprised me actually. I didn't think that in the real world they would actually be plumbers, because it didn't like mix in with the video game vibe, and I didn't expect that. But I see how they tied it in to the tubes in Brooklyn at the sewers. And I like how they tied it in with sucking in Luigi into that world and Mario coming after with their daily jobs.
The story was honestly better than expected. Having Luigi be the damsel in distress instead of Peach was not a bad choice, and their plumber backstory is actually still accurate to the games and how they're from Brooklyn. I also like that they actually showed their family and they actually had dinner with them.
Yeah, I like that how that they showed how big their family is, but at the same time how that Mario was like kind of like the black sheep of the family, when he's usually seen as the golden star to us.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're from New York. Final score, I give it an honest 7 out of 10.
I'd give it an 8. An 8 would be my score, because there's a lot of things that pleased me, but there's also some things that kind of like made no sense in the movie. Like there was this star in the movie that was like really, really suicidal. and it caught me really off guard when this is a children's movie.
True.
So I didn't expect that to happen, and I thought it was like gonna be like a children's movie, not like it's gonna bring that subject into it.
Well, Clipper Crew, that's it for the review. Check out the movie, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye. That was super cool. Have a favorite show? Want to join us in the next conversation? Leave it in the comments and we'll follow up.
Yep.
Well,
That's a wrap.
it's time to sail off. Subscribe and tune in next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.